Yeah, but they don't like to tell the truth or hear it. What's it, Ntokozo? Why was there so much racism still 30 years after the end of apartheid? Well, we have to remember that apartheid did not end because white people went, oh my goodness, we've been wrong and we should change this. No, there was no moral or ethical awakening on their part. Apartheid ended because it was too expensive to maintain and because it was starting to impact white people directly in ways like they could no longer participate in sporting events worldwide. So the end of apartheid was something that was taken away from them rather than something that they actively, happily participated in. And while there were many white people who were anti-apartheid, who had fought against apartheid and were happy that it ended, there were also many white people who were not happy that it ended, who did not want it to end, who did not want their false belief of their superiority to be taken away or challenged at all, and would have been quite happy to have apartheid right up until today, 2085. In fact, there were quite a few racist white South Africans who left South Africa after apartheid ended to go to Israel, where they could participate in the apartheid against Palestinians. Because anywhere that there's land grabs and oppressing people and hurting people to steal their resources, that's where these people wanted to be. So the racist views, them being legends in their own minds, didn't go away. And the way that they saw Black South Africans and they saw themselves stayed the same. They were just no longer allowed to as publicly show this racism. It was no longer publicly acceptable. It was no longer supported by the government. It was no longer subsidized by the government. And they felt slighted. So they had the original racism and the lack of intelligence and brain damage that comes with that, as well as this extra hatred that came because they felt that they had somehow been hard done by having equity and equality, trying to be a part of the country now. What's that, Mark? You wish you could say what to them? You wish you could say, Masinde ke baba wako. Ish, child.